A naughty potential Lucasfilm employee released a leaked video of the Disney Plus live-action TV series Kenobi, and now I fear for that guy's life. But I feel like it was a risk I was willing for him to take to get this majestic footage.
Don't get too proud of this technological terror you've constructed.
Okay, so while these are leaks for one of the sets we will see in the live-action Kenobi TV series, it's nothing too crazy. It's Tatooine, specifically Mos Eisley Spaceport. Who thought we would see that in this series? But still, it's really cool to actually see the set before any official stills or trailers or anything like that. I will caution you, I'm not going to fill the entire screen with any shots from the video just because I do fear Disney, the soon-to-be overlords of Earth, so I will have them next to me. I'm sorry, I wish I could do them full screen, I just, again, I'm afraid of the mouse. Speaking of the mouse, I'm kind of interested because either Disney is about to execute this guy, like seriously look him in the eyes as they just end his life, or this was done on purpose, because the guy seems to think next month he's going to leak more of the Kenobi set and more of what's going on, and I have to believe that either he's going to be stomped down by Disney and Lucasfilm, or they're purposely leaking this because Disney has done that before. They've gone, oops, someone leaked something about an upcoming project. How could that happen? And it's because they're trying to generate more buzz about their series. Because think about it, right now I'm playing into Disney's hand. I am talking about leaked footage that really doesn't show anything too crazy, just Mos Eisley, and I'm making an entire video about it and talking to you about it. So it's putting Kenobi more and more in your head. Now Disney, I don't think you really need to create a lot of buzz for this series, but if this is you, it's kind of clever. I mean, you got me. You got me making a video about this leak that really doesn't show anything harmful to your series, except for the set, so. You guys are like a masterclass in mindfucking if that's what's actually happening, and we just didn't witness the death of a man. And this is a super unpopular opinion, I know, so keep that in mind as I say it. I tell people I'm about to say an unpopular opinion, and then they still freak out about it. I know what I'm saying is not popular. I know I'm annoying. I was gonna say obnoxious and annoying, and I combined it. Annoying. I like it. What about noxious? Anywho, I know a lot of people don't agree with this, but I kind of don't want to see any big, overarching, huge addition to Star Wars canon. I just want to see Obi-Wan living his life on Tatooine and dealing with his task of watching who he thinks is the chosen one and biding his time. I just want to see him living with the nightmares and the regret of, chopping up his best friend and going against the Empire. So obviously from this footage, which I am slowing down quite a bit and probably pausing at certain points, again, terrified of Disney. It's very obvious that this is Mos Eisley. We're seeing a location on Tatooine, and I think the set looks gorgeous. You can see that they're still doing touch-ups. We know that they started filming this month for Kenobi, or maybe they haven't even started yet, so they're probably going to be touching up and doing little things here or there for the set. But overall, I think it looks absolutely gorgeous, and I don't know, you probably remember many moons ago, years ago, I can't even remember at this point, we were gonna get a Boba Fett spin-off movie, and there were leaks of them building a set for Tatooine for Mos Eisley Spaceport, and it seemed pretty obvious that, Boba Fett would be on Tatooine, because, at the time, the last time we saw him was when he had a fun trip in a Sarlacc pit. By the way, thank you those that joined me for my last live chat, when I gave you survival skills to survive a Sarlacc. You're welcome. The Empire loves you. But I'm really loving that they decided, even though the Boba Fett movie wasn't happening, though now it's happening as the book of Boba Fett, but that they knew for years they were going to do the Kenobi spin-off series, so that was even a movie at one time, and they decided to physically build it and just not do it all on the volume or in an actual studio, because that fucking sucks. And I have to imagine Ewan McGregor is super, super duper freaking excited not to be in front of a green screen all the time. No shade to the prequels or George Lucas, I get it, but still, you know, kind of stupid. And I really hope that we get to see this set used for more than Kenobi, for the Book of Boba Fett. Maybe The Mandalorian Season 3. Maybe some future stuff, because we seem to be staying about 5 years after Return of the Jedi. They seem to be really focusing on that, which, if I can be a raging cunt for 1 second, which I guess I always am, so that's not completely accurate. I kind of wish they would have focused a lot of 5 years before doing the sequel trilogy, and then maybe worked up to, you know, the sequel trilogy, but I guess, you know, that shit's over. Now, I did recently do a Star Wars news video where I talked about the cast for this series. Obviously, it wasn't everyone, because we know we're gonna have people like Boba Fett in it, young Luke, we didn't see who was cast for him. So there's still a lot of exciting news to come forward for this, but I think for now, the fact that so early in filming, we got a leak of a major set that is going to be seen a lot in the series, pretty fucking cool, if you ask me. And I know you didn't, but I'm gonna pretend like you did. I'm still really hoping Obi-Wan nails everybody in town. I mean, he just gets in there. By the way, if you're wondering if they are doing, basing some of this off of the Journal of Kenobi, which it is canon, you can, in the main Star Wars run, you can get it. There's also some other places. Maybe I'll do a separate video going over it. I thought I did, but it was so many years ago. Kenobi tried to stay out of people of Tatooine's business as much as he could, but because of who he was, a limb chopping off maniac, he did stick his nose in quite a bit of shit. He also was stalking young Luke quite a bit, so I think it would be a lot of fun to see his interaction in Mos Eisley, him trying to stay low, get the supplies he needs to. He even makes little toys for Luke, so it would be cool to see him making these little toys and then dropping them off. We know Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen, the people that played them in Revenge of the Sith. I had to think about that. Sorry, episode 3. I probably could have just said that. They have already been announced to come back, so we're gonna for sure see them in Mos Eisley, probably with Luke, and we'll see like Obi-Wan being a little fucking stalker and like, what's going on? Now, besides this leaked set, we are going to see different planets. They are using the volume for that, so the technology they use with The Mandalorian, that big wraparound screen, and then having actors in front of it. So if you thought this was just going to take place on Tatooine, unfortunately not. Also, Obi-Wan is going to have a lot of nightmares and recall a lot of things from his past, so we're going to see flashbacks of those places. But, you know, obviously they take place on different planets as well besides Tatooine. We're also being promised the rematch of the century between Anakin and Obi-Wan, so I still think that's going to happen in a nightmare or a vision or something. I don't think it's going to happen in real life. You understand what I mean. You're not a fucking idiot. But, you know, we'll see. So anyways, I can't wait for this series to come and we can see how many women Kenobi knocks up.